This business, Assaf, RiT Tech, has been around for 30 odd years, 32 years, I believe. Tell us a little bit about the history of the company, if you would, and indeed your own journey with that company. We'd be very interested to hear that, just to get us started.
Yeah, sure. We'll be delighted to introduce you to our company. We were actually founded back in 1989, while the idea of this company was to bring innovation and technology and intelligence into the connectivity, physical connectivity area. So this is exactly what this company did back in the middle of the 90s. We brought intelligence to the physical connectivity element with a dedicated and proprietary software and hardware. And we continue with that later on and develop this technology. Now we are on the sixth generation, while we build a synergetic products into that, structure cabling products into that.
So clearly it's a business that has taken opportunity, it's looked at new directions, it's repositioned itself, even though it's still supplying solutions. But the recent evolution of the business is a focus on a software product for data centers, Expedite, I believe it's called.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about your product and its relationship with data centers.
Okay, so I will go back to the middle of the 90s. When we launched the AIM technology, which is automated infrastructure management, it's based on two elements. One is the hardware element, as I said, advanced and proprietary hardware, and software that need to manage the connectivity. So naturally, we are in the data center and in the communication room. We decided, after we identified different gaps within the data center infrastructure operations, we decided to take this software to the next level and to focus in more wide view of the data center and not just connectivity.
If we look at, say, satellite navigation, and what you do, if we use that analogy, is you provide data centers with a guide to decision making, just like a sat nav provides a user with a guide to a map and direction. So is that a fair analogy of what you do in both hardware and software terms?
Absolutely.
Okay.
We bring the data centers managers or data center operators, IT managers, we provide them the ability to access the data and to take fast decisions. This is the whole idea with our products. We collect the data, we bring intelligence to the data, we bring confidence by that to the data centers that they can make fast decision through automation process that we processing, because we are collecting the data from multiple environments within the data center, whether it's from the IT, the networking, the physical environment and the facility itself. You have the data in front of you, okay? You can correlate the data, create the dependencies, and by that to process automation for making decisions.
If we hear a lot of talk, and I think there's a lot of maybe uneducated talk out there about data centers, people saying that they're a bleed on the energy supply of a nation and that. Your solutions, Assaf, they can provide the information to the management of a data center to tell them the best resources to use. Would that be fair to say?
Yeah, beyond that even.
Okay, tell me more.
Actually, to optimize and utilize their resources, their human resources and their environment resources.
Okay.
The environment contains many parameters like electricity, like temperature, airflow, space in the cabinet, connectivity, switches, patch panels, many parameters this environment includes. In order to take fast decision and to take accurate decision, you need to have the data. Once you have the data and you bring the data into intelligence into this data and you turn it into intelligent workflows, you utilize your resources because you have accessibility to your infrastructure. We bring clarity and confidence, okay, to that environment.
So how do you encourage the users and the operators and the management of data centers to embrace the data, and how do you give it to them in a way that makes it management friendly, so to speak?
A very good question. I think critical element in that should be customization.
Right.
Okay, automation, we know how to deliver. Collecting the data by integration, we know how to do that. But customization is critical element for any organization because there is no, on-the-shelf software solution. You need to customize it to the organization needs, to the organization policies, to organization rules, to the organization workflows, to the organization practices. Without customization to this particular environment, to this particular organization, it will be very difficult, okay, to get this optimization, to get this efficiency, to get the people to work in harmony and to orchestrate the whole environment and orchestrate the teamwork.
So then, as part of your process, then you must have to get to know each individual data center, the intricacies of it. As you say, they're all different, while they're all in the same space, but they're different. They may have different needs of the information that you provide. So it's important for you to integrate your business into the data center so that they best use the product that creates the data for them.
Yeah, definitely. We don't, our practice, we never quote cabinets or licenses, okay? We quote after we understand the customer needs, after we made investigation, we audit the site, we audit the team needs, then we build a solution for them, and we always provide customization and integration as part of our offering and the implementation. I think this is also what makes us different from the others, okay? The customization, automation, integration, and implementation. The biggest challenge of our competitors in our industry is to implement and deliver properly the software, the platform that will fit to the environment.
So I'm curious to understand, Assaf, about the sort of challenges that you've had in bringing this product to market, in integrating it with data centers. What have been the big challenges around the product and its sales?
Okay. Many challenges,
right.
First of all. We are facing constant challenges around our competitors. We are competing against giants, okay? We are a pretty small company in comparison to the main players in the market.
Okay.
So building the trust with customer takes time. This is one challenge. The other challenge, and I think even bigger challenge, is the trust of customers and the industry with data center infrastructure management solution. At the end of the day, this technology exists for around 12 years. It came with very, very intelligent practices that the DSIM, the data center infrastructure management solution, will bridge between the IT and the physical environment of the data center and the facility to make the correlation between two environments and turn it into workflows. At the end of the day, DSIM did not came up because of huge confusion between the players in the market and different interpretations. So we now, because of our different approach, we are coming from universal approach, from intelligent approach. We need to build the trust with the market again that DSIM, or the way we consider that as a UAM platform, is still kick and alive and needed. And most important, can be delivered.
So the most important thing from your perspective is that you're able to analyze the information, and the secret sauce, if I may say that, is converting that information into usable data flows.
Yeah, not just data flow, workflows.
Yeah.
We actually turning the data into action. Transparency to the data is a key for making decisions and to become more efficient.
Tell me then about moving on then, because you clearly have a product that works, you clearly have a product that's endorsed by data center management, but what about the vision now for the business? Where are you going to bring this business? Where, if I'm talking to you here in Dublin in 5 years' time, what's the business going to look like?
With a lot of intelligence, more and more intelligence. This is the way we would like to see it. Just lately, we were granted by the Israeli Innovation Authority for innovation program. Our main focus right now is innovation, innovation, innovation. We see that this market from management practices of the infrastructure did not very much grow in the past few years. So our vision is to bring more intelligence. The intelligence will be based on prediction,
right,
proactive prediction, and later on, even to be at the level of autonomous data centers. Because once you have the data with you and you can run automation, you can also predict the future trends, you can create more and more autonomous activity within the data center.
And the business has won a number of awards over the past while. And, you know, like any business, like any sector, recognition is important. So winning awards, you know, and converting awards, I suppose, into sales. Tell me a little bit more about your thoughts on that.
We now put a lot of attention on awards. Okay, we realized in the past we have not paid attention to that. Okay, you know, just lately we won 2 awards by DCS around intelligence, around innovation and automation, and this gives us a lot of confidence by this recognition.
And when you win awards such as that, again, it's a recognition by your peers. It's also exposure maybe to potential customers that say, well, these guys, they know what they're doing in this area and they're clearly best in practice at this or that or whatever it is you've won. So it's, as I say, taking that and using it as collateral then to develop business.
Yeah, it's important, again, but I cannot tell you that this is the main focus of ours, okay?
Yeah.
Our main focus to gather more customers and more business is to deliver, is to be very practical, okay? Very practical, and to deliver what we are promising and to bring value to the daily operations. Customers of ours, when we deliver their needs, we deliver the platform, they're getting value from day one.
Tell me a little bit about I&O leaders, infrastructure and operator. Again, it's a term I'm not really familiar with, but these are clearly the decision makers in the data center that make, that would actually be the first users of the data. Is that right?
Yeah. We have to engage with those people, okay? And in order to have tight engagement and to build a trust with them, is first of all to listen to them. They have a lot of challenges. They have big headaches. Sometimes they cannot sleep at night because at the end of the day, they are responsible for data center. Data center is the main asset of any organization, okay? And they need that in its critical environment, and they need it to be operated always in 100% capacity and to work very, very smoothly. And we need to build the confidence and the trust with them that we can bring them to different level of decision making, accurate decision making, fast decision making, and fast time to operation, or fast time to recover any fault that occurs in the data center.
Can you tell me a little bit about Ireland on the world stage of data centers? Where do we feature? Or
we realize that Ireland, okay, is a fast-growing data center market. All the hyperscales and global enterprises are establishing and building data centers over here.
Right.
And because we would like to consider ourselves as the leaders in what we do, we need to listen to the main players in the market. So we came over here, first of all, to listen, to learn the needs from the big players, from the giants, first of all, and to hear the experts in that market, to learn more and to improve our product. Later on, once we are feeling more confident with ourselves, we will approach to this market with the dedicated resources to bring our message into the market.
You talked there about, you know, going up against the big boys, competing against the big players, but could I suggest that your own business, RiT Tech, that, you know, being small also has advantages. Being small also has, you know, you're nimble, you're flexible, you're probably more flexible around individual customer needs. How can you capitalize on that unique selling point?
We are capitalizing that very much. You're saying very, very, very smart things. Because we are small, we are flexible. We are very flexible with our R&D program. We are reacting fast to our customer needs, and this is all based on the customization we do for them. Okay, our R&D team divided into 3. One is innovation, that is for the long run, for the medium and long run. One is the generic roadmap that we develop, and the third team is professional services, which is reacting immediately to the customer needs. We're building functionalities and modules to our customers. So we are very much capitalizing in comparison to our competition, which they are very slow in that perspective. They are very structured. They structure themselves differently. They are reacting slow to the customer needs, but moreover, they are actually not delivering. They are not doing implementation. They don't do implementations. We take responsibility for the whole project, from the R&D through the customer needs identification, through the scoping of the project, and delivering that.
I'm fascinated by the speed of technology in this business. You talked there earlier about, it's in 12 years this business hardly existed, and the advance of technology over that 12 years. What's it going to look like in another 12 years? Or where is this business and this sector going? Because technology, the speed of technology, I think, seems to be a real driver of this.
Yeah, and I think this speed of the growing technology has to come to data center management. Okay, the data center by itself contains a lot of technology, but the management of the data center, managing the data center, does not contain that much technology. And in order, to allow data center grow right, we need to bring into technology and innovation into that party. And I believe that in the next 10 years, more and more, and it's mandatory, AI and machine learning capability will come into the data center management, and it will go towards more and more autonomous management capabilities. There are not enough standards to manage the efficiency in data center.
Okay.
And sustainability is something that is very, very important. We also consider that as, us bringing value to that sustainability thing. And today we have contacted ourselves, we have engaged with SDIA, which is Sustainable Digital Infrastructure Alliance, and we are building with them the right platform to collect data in order to calculate energy efficiency. And this is the direction that everybody will have to take.